The world's biggest contract chipmaker, TSMC, is warning of weak demand from the mobile and personal computer industries. It is forecasting a 16% plunge in sales for the second quarter as consumers grapple with an inventory glut and a weakening global economy. And that's despite posting a surprise increase in Q1 profit. Net income for the March quarter was about $6.8 billion, beating a Reuters consensus forecast of $6.3 billion. Revenue came in at $16.7 billion, and that's down nearly 5% on year and a 16% slump quarter on quarter. Its stock price, which closed before the earnings were out, ended 0.6% higher. TSMC is, however, for long-term demand despite current softness in the market. The chipmaker expects its business to hit a bottom in the second quarter and to pick up after that. For more on TSMC earnings, Victoria Jen has more.
Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company operates the world's largest silicon wafer factories, and it produces some of the most advanced microchips used in everything from smartphones and cars to missiles. It's regarded as a global economic bellwether because its chips are used in such a wide array of devices. And beating expectations, its net profit rose by 2.1% to $6.76 billion in the first quarter year-on-year. The figure, however, is 30% lower compared to the previous quarter, snapping a 6-quarter growth streak. The company's first quarter revenue also decreased 4.8% year-on-year to $16.72 billion, reaching the lowest end of the company's guidance. And it expects its second quarter revenue will continue to be under pressure as major clients cut back on orders. But analysts say things could improve later this year.
那只是说到今年的下半年来说的话，在大家的库存调整都逐步完成的情况底下，那下一个部分就是要等待我们看到下游终端这些产品的营运是不是有机会回升？那这需要一段的时间的观察。目前来说的话，部分的产品来说，大概都还在处于一个低档的状况。那我们的估计应该是到了3、4季开始会逐步的有机会缓和的回来。
There are concerns that the escalating tensions across the strait could affect TSMC's business prospects. U.S. billionaire Warren Buffett, for instance, has expressed concerns over risks that TSMC faces due to its geopolitical location. But analysts say cross-strait tensions are unlikely to have any significant impact on TSMC's performance in the short term, as the company supplies 90% of the world's advanced chips. TSMC is in the midst of a major expansion push, including tripling its investment in the U.S. to $40 billion. And at home, TSMC has said that it will expand in the cities of Hsinchu, Taichung, Tainan, and Kaohsiung. Victoria Jen, CNA, Taipei.
And the decline in TSMC sales is reflected in the slump in Taiwan's export orders. The island's shipments in the month of March plunged by the most since the global financial crisis, as demand for semiconductors showed little sign of improving. Taiwan's exports tumbled nearly 26% last month to $46.6 billion from a year ago. The contraction was the largest since January 2009 and also worse than an estimate of an 18.6% decline. A waning demand for electronics components, which includes semiconductors, was the key reason behind the decline. Orders for components fell more than 29%, also the most since 2009. Now, in terms of regions, some economists flagged softening demand from the U.S. as a particular concern. While exports to China and Hong Kong fell more than 30% on year, the dollar amount was in line with Chinese orders from November and December. But exports to the U.S. were well down from their levels late last year. And these could fall further if the U.S. economy continues to weaken.